that happened like a year ago. Like, I live at my great grandma's house, okay? I live there. I get mail through her P.O. box, right? Like, I live here. And my aunt made it to where nobody can get the mail except for her, my aunt, who doesn't even live here. Hello, everyone. So let's get to the point. Well, first of all, let's not get to the point because I want to say hello. So hello, hi, hello, hi. Yeah. This may or may not be cringe, but like, what is cringe? Like, what the hell is cringe? Can somebody tell me what the hell cringe is? Because I don't know what cringe is. I don't know why we have cringe. I don't know why it's apparently cringe to, like, tell your story online or whatever, or, like, say bad things that have happened to you. Like, I don't know. I don't know why that's cringe. It shouldn't be cringe. I just, you know what? You can call me cringe or not call me cringe. I don't, whatever is fine. Who really cares? All I can say is that, like, I'm a human being, and, like, I have real human emotions and feelings, and I'm not a robot, so I apologize for not being a robot. So, yeah. Yeah. I put off for so long telling my story, and then I finally did, like, 3 weeks ago. So, if you want to check that out, that's on my channel, and that's, like, 5 hours long. And that doesn't even have, like, every single last thing in it. That just has, like, the basic main things of my life. So, like, yeah, like, I waited so long because it's like, I don't want people to feel bad for me, but at the same time, it's like, I don't have, like, barely any control over what happens to me in my life. Like, I don't have control over my life, so there's that. A lot of people are like, oh, well, why can't you just go get a job, or why can't you just go do this, or why can't you just go do that? Well, if you really want to know, then I tried for over a year to get a job. I applied to every single place where I live to get a job. There are very few exceptions to every single place that I applied to, because some places I couldn't work at or can't work at because of my sensory issues, because they're so bad with smelling foods that I don't like and stuff. So there are a few exceptions to that, because at the end of the day, I'm an autistic person, and as much as a lot of people like to say, oh, well, you're being a self-defeatist, or oh, you're making excuses for yourself, or oh, you're doing this, oh, you're doing, as much as people like to say that, then that's not true. Like, in what world is it true, or what have you, that like, here's the thing. Neurotypical people see me as different. When I walk in a room, they treat me differently than an autistic, than a neurotypical person. They know I'm different. They can tell I'm different. They can smell it. They can sense it. They can see it. So if you can tell that I'm different, then when I start talking about the things that make me different, and you're like, oh, well, you're just making excuses, then, see, there's the problem, because you're treating me like I'm different already without me even telling you that I'm different. But then at the same time, you're telling me that the things that I'm telling you that make me different, that I'm making excuses for it. Yeah, I don't see how those two things correlate. You can't have a two-way street with that. But either way, then things got worse, and I have a Ko-Fi if you want to commission art from me, or if you want me to do a little word logo, or if you want to get coloring pages, then I will have some coloring pages up soon. Some cute little coloring pages. But, like, yeah, I can't get a job. I've applied everywhere within like a 2.5 mile radius of where I live. And then for the last 2 to 3 months, I've just been working on YouTube videos and Twitch. And guess what? I got Twitch affiliate. Cool. Cool. Yeah, if you go online and you act like a person or what have you, then people will like come to you and like you and stuff. So yeah, that's cool. Like, see, I don't even care right now. Like, I don't even care right now. Like, I'm just talking. Like, I'm just talking. I don't even care right now. I'm not trying to be anybody. This is me, okay? Like, this is somewhat scripted. Like, I'm reading a script, but, like, I'm not saying the word for word script. Like, I don't even care anymore. Like, I'm a personality. I'm a person, and you either like me or you don't. And I don't know. Like, and I'm not trying to be sarcastic either. Like, I might sound sarcastic, but I'm not being sarcastic. Like, I promise you, I'm not. But if there is anybody who is, like, against autism or what have you watching this video, then I am being sarcastic towards you. So, just keep that in mind. If you are also autistic and or have any other type of mental health issues or what have you, and you're watching this video, my sarcasm is not directed at you. My sarcasm is directed at other people who are against us. That is where my sarcasm is directed. So if you are like me at any capacity, then my sarcasm should be funny to you, I guess, because I'm being sarcastic towards people who treat us like crap. I'm not being sarcastic towards people like myself. So if that, like, helps with any context or anything, then I hope it does. But hello, people. Like, first of all, this happened almost a year ago. But my aunt is literally so controlling that I don't have access to my great-grandma's P.O. box. That happened like a year ago. Like, I live at my great-grandma's house, okay? I live there. I get mail through her P.O. box, right? Like, I live here. And my aunt made it to where nobody can get the mail except for her, my aunt, who doesn't even live here. So, like, I can't even go and get my own mail. Like, I can get a P.O. box, maybe, potentially. I don't know if I can or not, because, you know, the documents you need for that are, like, a water bill or, like, a house insurance or something. Like, hello, honey, I live here, and I don't pay the bills here, so I don't have any of that. I have Medicaid insurance, but I don't know if that counts because that's personal insurance. Like, they want some type of property proof or something. Like, dude, it's on my ID. So, I don't know, like, it's on my ID. And another thing, like, you know how people talk so bad about homeless people? Like, hello, like, they can't, like, live. Like, they can't go get a job because they don't have an address, and you need an address for a job. They can't even get a P.O. box, apparently, because even though I have an ID with where I live, I need proof of, like, a water bill or something to get a P.O. box. Like, are you serious? Like, you're joking right now, right? Like, I live where I live, but I can't get a P.O. box based on where I live unless I have, like, I'm sorry, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, also, anyone who's like, oh, well, maybe you could talk to your aunt or grandma. No, that's way down the line. They literally called the police yesterday, so yeah. So that happened yesterday, and then I got interrogated and shit, and they even told some things that I said that weren't even true, that I didn't say. Like, I have some voice recordings from the other day of when I spoke to my grandma about, like, stuff, and then I have voice recordings of things she said, and she told the police that I said some of the things that she said, but that I said them and not her, and yeah, so it's a whole freaking mess, and you know what? They want me gone. And you know what? I want to leave too. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be stuck here. I don't want to be trapped behind freaking bars or some shit anymore. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, freaking. Also, I'm laughing and giggling, but, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, do you want me to cry? Do you want me to cry online? Is that what I don't want to cry online, so laughing about it is helping me to get through it. I'm not gonna sit here and cry online and cry to strangers. It's really not funny. Like, it's not funny. I'm coping right now. Like, I'm coping. But it's not funny, but it is funny how a family can just be so hateful towards somebody and just hate somebody so freaking much. Like, that is like just, oh my god. Like, whenever I leave the house, I have to say where I'm going. I'm almost 23 years old. Like, in another month, in a few days, I will be 23 years old. Like, I don't freaking know. When I lived by myself, I actually did, like, really good. And, like, there were so many job opportunities where I lived since I lived in a tourist city. But, like, housing was an issue. And roommates were also an issue because, you know, I never really met any, like, autistic roommates. And a lot of them just didn't really understand me. And they were, like, really mean and hateful and stuff to me. So, yeah, housing was an issue. And, of course, with, like, all the jobs and stuff, then, like, I couldn't really, like, save up money. And then I had these people, like, help me. I had this friend help me where I lived at his and his parents' house. But, like, okay, look. In my opinion, if you're gonna help somebody, then, like, yeah, sure. Like, if somebody helps me, then I would want to pay them back in full and more. Like, after I got back on my feet, like, I would do that. I'm that type of person. But, like, here's the thing. Like, some people only help you because they want what they can get out of you while they're helping you. So, like, I was working a job at Claire's. That was, like, my last job before, like, moving out of their house. I was working at Claire's and I was only making like $11 an hour, and I only worked like part-time. Like, sometimes were full-time, but some weeks were not full-time, and it was just messed up. So I was only making like $400 to $500 a week, and the people, his parents, wanted like $300 every week or every 2 weeks. I forget which one it was. But you want like half of my paycheck like every week or 2 weeks while you are, I quote, helping me. I'm sorry, what? Like I understand the concept, but at the same time it's like I am at rock bottom. Like, I also didn't even cook in their house. Like, I didn't cook in their house. I might have used 1 or 2 wall plugs. I might have taken a bath like 1 to 2 times every couple of weeks. Like, look, I didn't use that much electricity at their house. So, and the only person that I was inconveniencing was my friend at the time, because my friend, I was staying in his room, and, like, I was using his bed. So, like, while I don't want to inconvenience anybody, then it's not like I was inconveniencing his parents' bills. Like, it's not like that. But then, like, also, if you did want to, like, make me practice, like, paying rent, you could have taken my money and then given it to me when I moved out. Like, that could be a thing. Like, if you want someone to practice paying rent or something, which I didn't need practice with. I just ended up in a really bad situation because I had an ex that, you know, we broke up, and then he didn't do his part of the rent and blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't even need that. Like, but even if you do that, then, in my opinion, if you do that, you should save the money and then give that money to the person when they move out, so then they have that money saved up. If you want to, I quote, help them. Otherwise, why would you even do that? Like, you want me to give you half my check just for giving me a roof over my head. Like, no, I'm grateful for it. Like, don't like twist my words as in like, oh, I'm not grateful for, like, nobody says that. Nobody is just not grateful for having a roof over their head. Okay? It's not like that. Like, nobody complains about that who is being given help. The thing I'm complaining about is the way that I was helped. I quote, helped. Like, it's, people are so quick to say, oh, you have a roof over your head, don't you? Oh, blah, blah. Like, yes. But, like, that's not all a person needs. By the time I moved out, I didn't have any money saved up. Because, on top of that, then their kitchen, like, really stunk. Like, there would always be, like, really bad food in the fridge. I wouldn't even want to talk about it. It's making me sick. So I couldn't cook in their kitchen. So I would have to eat out because I could not cook in their kitchen without getting sick. So, like, yes, I had a roof over my head, but, like, I couldn't survive in their house. Like, I had to spend money on getting food out because I couldn't cook with the smells in the kitchen. Ew. Okay. Anyway. Like, I hate it when people do that. I hate it when people, like, I quote, help you, but then they expect so much from you in return. Like, if you are at rock bottom, you cannot offer that much to a person. Like, if you want to help somebody out of the goodness of your heart, then do it. But if you want to help somebody and you expect things back in return, no, red flag. Like, no. You cannot do both at one time. The person who is at rock bottom cannot give you anything while they're at rock bottom. I'm like, that's just insane to me. So, like, I just don't really understand it. And another thing, so the thing that even prompted this video in the first place was like 2 weeks ago. Then, not even 2 weeks ago, it was like a week ago, but my aunt took my great grandma's checkbooks, so then she couldn't give me money anymore. And, like, dude, I asked her like $100 a month. Like, because sometimes my aunt doesn't get the food that I ask for at the grocery store, or she lies about it and says, oh, the store didn't have this. One time I asked for, like, cheese Hot Pockets, and, like, she goes to Walmart. Like, I can go on the Walmart website, and it's pretty darn accurate. Like, whenever I've ordered something on the Walmart website, unless it said it was out of stock, then they had it. I can go on the Walmart website and see what the store has in stock. Okay, like, I can see it. She came back and she didn't get no cheese Hot Pockets. Like, you're joking, right? Like, you're telling me, you're telling my grandma that they didn't have cheese Hot Pockets at Walmart. They didn't even have a box of 2. They didn't have a box of 5. They didn't have a box of 12. Like, what? Like, you're lying. Like, you're lying. I can go on the Walmart website and I can look it up and I can see that Walmart has cheese Hot Pockets in stock. Like, at that point, you're lying. You're just lying. Like, just lie and say that they don't have a food that I want to consume when there's not that many foods that I can consume because of my sensory issues. Oh my god, like, that's the kind of shit. Like, that's the kind of shit right there. That's the kind of shit. That's the kind of lying shit and stuff. And just like, lying to somebody, be like, oh, we don't got that. Oh, they don't have that. Oh, they don't have. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, honey. Yes, they do. I can go on the Walmart website myself, on the Walmart app, and see that they have it. One time, that happens all the damn time, where she'll be like, oh, they don't have that, and then it'll be like, yes, they do. Like, why are you lying? And then some people would be like, oh, well, maybe they haven't updated it yet. There have been times where she said that the store didn't have it, something, and then I ordered something from the store that day, and I got it brought to me and delivered to me. So, yeah, it is a lie, because many times I've ordered stuff from the store the same day she said they didn't have something and they did. So, like, sometimes I need money to get food that, like, so then I can eat and I can survive. And I also need to pay, like, the bill for, like, my art program and such. And, I'm gonna get a better PC soon because one of my friends is gonna send me one of their old ones because they're super nice. But, like, I just, oh my god! It's like, dude, like, I don't really ask for that much. Like, I ask for basic needs. I'm trying to make art to sell and stuff, and I was streaming very frequently, but I'm not gonna be able to stream that much again until I get the other PC, because it's like my laptop is so freaking slow, and like it's getting worse to the point of where I can't even stream Fortnite and stuff. And I was doing pixel art and it just kept freezing and lagging, so I can't really do that anymore either right now. I have a lot of limitations to what I can and can't do right now. But, like, the fact that I had nightmares about this happening, about, like, her taking the checkbooks and stuff, like, I saw it coming. Like, I see bad shit coming. I literally see it coming. And then it comes and it's like, oh, well, it came true. Also, she did get them back. Here's the thing about that. We had a conversation the other day, and she literally manipulated me into thinking, like, oh my god, I didn't know that so-and-so had power of attorney over me. Oh my god, I didn't know that. Oh my god, and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I wouldn't want her to get the will, because you know what? I would burn this house down. I have a voice recording of her saying that. Yeah, I have voice recordings of our conversation the other day. And she literally told the police that I told her that I would burn the house down if she didn't put me on her will. She told the police that. Like, I didn't say that. She said that she would do that. Like, she says all these crazy things, but then she turns them around and puts them on somebody else and says that somebody else said them and not her. Like, I didn't say that. Like the police freaking came up in here thinking that, like, I wanted to destroy the house and burn it down because I'm not on her will. He thought some freaking drama like, dude, it's not even like that. Like, it's not like that. That didn't happen, first of all. And second of all, dude, like, my whole entire family has manipulated me over and over and over again. Like, before I moved to go live by myself, to go try to live a life, which didn't end up happening because, you know what? I've always been discriminated against. Even before I knew I was autistic, the only difference between me knowing I'm autistic and before I knew I was autistic is now I know why I get treated differently. Like, that's the only difference. It's not like when I found out I was autistic, then it's not like when I found that out that I started making excuses. Now I just know the answer why. Now I just know why. Like, it's always been the same. But people are like, oh, well, you didn't make excuses before. Like, dude, because I didn't know why. I can't make excuses for something if I don't know the reason why. I have to know the reason why I can't do something in order to say that I can't do something, because otherwise it just sounds dumb. Like, I don't know. But, like, it was in my name, and guess what? They took away the proof. Like, they took away the old will that, like, had my name on it. So, you know what? It's everybody against one person. And all of them told me, like, no, your name was never on the will. Like, go ahead, take away the proof. So there's no proof of it. Go ahead, take away the proof. Like, take away the proof. Like, what? Like, just take away the proof, okay? Like, take away the proof. Yeah. But, like, he was thinking that I was like, oh, I'm gonna burn down the house if you don't put me in the... Like, no. I never said that. I never said that. Like, my grandma says the craziest shit. And then when she says the craziest shit, she tells somebody else, oh, so-and-so said this. No. Like, I didn't say that. You said that. You said that. I have a voice recording of it. So, like, I literally have so many recordings of me just sitting down and having a calm conversation with my grandma. And then her just being like, oh, I understand your autism and blah, blah, blah. I didn't know stuff like that bothered you so much and blah, blah, blah. And then she just goes right back to doing the same thing over and over again. And then whenever I tell a lot of people about the situation, then people who don't really, like, know me that well, then they're like, oh, well, maybe she has dementia. Maybe she forgets things and stuff. Look, so she only, I quote, forgets something if it benefits her. She does not just randomly forget stuff. Like, she does, it is not like a random thing like someone with dementia would be. It is very specific. She forgets very specific things at very specific times. She tries to please one aunt, and then she lies to the other aunt to please them, and then she lies to me to please me. It's like she wants to keep the peace, but she wants to keep the peace between everybody instead of just picking a side. Like, you can't do that. But, like, yeah, they want me gone. Like, I'm scared at this point that they're just gonna, like, try and get me kicked out of this house. They were talking about sending me to the freaking mental hospital. That's what my parents did. Hello? 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 That's a red flag. That's what my parents did. That's what my parents did, and my parents were abusive. Do you see the correlation here? Like, do you see the correlation? Like, that's exactly what my parents did. Like, look, they have not done any of this until I started bringing this up more. But now that they know that I'm getting down to the bottom of it and everything, then they're scared that I know the truth. Then they're like, oh no, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. No, we have to manipulate them. We have to manipulate them. Like, that's the thing right there. That's the thing. Like, I wasn't crazy until I started bringing this shit up. Like, that's the thing. Now that, like, I'm uncovering truths and stuff, then it's like, oh, they're crazy. We need to send them to the mental hospital. We need to do this. We need to do that. No. Like, no. Like, that's exactly what my parents did. Whenever my parents discovered that I found out that they lied about something, or that I found out that they manipulated me or something, they then tried to manipulate me even more by talking bad about me and by talking about how insane I was and how crazy I was and everything. That's freaking manipulation tactics right there. Like, I can't. Like, before now, I was just lazy. You know, I'm just so lazy. Like, I just sit in my room all day. Like, I don't get a job. Like, oh my God, why doesn't she go to work? Why don't they go get a job? Like, oh my God, like, they're so freaking lazy. All they do is sit in their room and play games and stuff. I tried to get a job for over a year, okay? I applied everywhere. It is not my fault. I cannot control what other businesses do. I cannot control whether people fire me or not. I got a job at Pizza Hut last December, and they fired me a couple weeks later and didn't tell me why, and just was like, oh, I don't think this is going to work out for you, so I'm firing you. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I literally didn't do anything wrong. Like, I cannot control, like, what businesses decide to do. I can't control that. I have so many applications. I have so much proof of all the jobs that I've applied to. So, like, I don't understand. I've applied to multiple jobs multiple different times. And you know what? I stopped. Like, I freaking stopped. And for the last 2 to 3 months, I've been streaming on Twitch and playing games on Twitch and making YouTube videos. And you know what? It seems to be working for me. So you know what? I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it and keep trying to be a person online and stuff. But like, I just want to advocate for anybody who has gone through all this manipulative shit, because I can't. I just can't. It is ridiculous. It is so freaking ridiculous. I just can't with like everybody. Like, dude, just give me a break. And then like, you know what? My great grandma was like, see, here's the thing. Here's another thing. My great grandma and people think that I need meds. Okay, so here's the thing with that. First of all, I was on meds last year, and then, you know, insurance stuff got messed up, and also I had a really bad psychiatrist because they were a piece of shit. So, you know, and another thing, it's very hard to be in the situation that I'm in and take meds at the right time every day. And the fourth thing, I quote, need meds. Like, I am a pretty happy and positive person. Like, and I'm not in denial about it either. Like, it would help a tiny bit, but at the same time, like, I have enough control over my emotions and stuff. I know how to regulate my emotions now without meds. Like, here's the thing. If anybody is on meds, then, like, you be on meds for however long you need. If you feel like you always need to be on meds, then be on meds for your whole life. Like, you do you. You do what's best for you. Like, my experience is not everybody's experience. But, for the most part, I feel like meds are for temporary solutions until you learn how to control all those emotions by yourself. Until you learn how to manage being happy or what have you. And I'm not saying that's for everybody, because some people never learn how to do that. Some people, it's not a fact of learning, it's just a fact that that's not how their brain works, and that's okay. Like, if you've been on meds your whole life, like, I'm not telling you, oh, well, you never learned how to manage. Like, I'm not saying that. Everybody has a different, like, experience and stuff of different things. So, you do whatever makes you feel the best. So, I'm not. But for me, in my experience, then meds helped me to feel happier when I didn't feel happy. Now, I have a bunch of things that make me happy, and I am happier off meds than I was on meds, because you know what? Meds suppress your feelings. Meds suppress your feelings, and when I was on meds, then I couldn't be as happy as I am right now. So, that's the thing. I was literally on meds. Like, I just, apparently, my grandma and other people in my family think that meds are some, like, freaking, oh, cure for autism. Like, no, like, they're not. Like, I'm sorry, the meds that I took was one for depression, and another one was for, like, depression, and it helped me sleep, because, like, there was a side effect that made you a little bit drowsy after you took it, so it made me a little bit more sleepy at night so I could sleep. I have insomnia otherwise, and then 2 others were just anxiety meds. Like, yeah. So then it's like, oh, well, what can I do to help your autism? Okay, you could leave me alone. Like, you could leave me alone. Like, that's an option. Like, I don't like to be bothered by people in real life where I live. Like, if I'm living somewhere, if I have a room or what have you, then I don't like to be bothered. If it's an emergency, then yeah, bother me. But, like, if you're coming to my room to ask me, do you want some cookies? And you wake me up, like, you wake me up, then, like, hello, like, I can't sleep. Like, I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep in the daytime. Every time I'm asleep, I get woken up. Like, I cannot sleep. Like, I was actually having a really good dream this morning, and then I just get woken up, like, do you want some cookies? No, like, if I wanted cookies, first of all, I'd go get them myself. Second of all, I was asleep. Like, you come to my room, you don't hear me make any noise at all. You can see that I'm laying in bed still. Like, hello, I'm asleep. Like, I cannot sleep. I can't sleep. I cannot do anything. When I'm streaming, then every 20 to 30 minutes I get bothered. And every time that somebody bothers me in real life, this does not apply to online friends and stuff, because you know what? That's text and stuff. And even if they called, it still wouldn't apply because they respect my boundaries and stuff and they understand me. But in real life, when somebody bothers me and I'm trying to do something, it takes me 20 to 30 minutes to regain the flow state that I was in. Like, oh my God, I can't. Oh, what can I do to help your autism? You can leave me alone. Like, that's what you can do. Like, I just want to be left alone. I want to live my life and be left alone. I want to walk out the door and go somewhere and not have to tell where I'm going. Like, it's none of your business where I'm going. It's none of your business. Whether I go to the post office or to Walmart or the grocery store or wherever I go or just for a walk, it is none of your business. I am a grown adult. It is none of your business where I go. It's none of your business. None. If a friend were to pick me up, I don't have that many friends in real life, but if a friend were to pick me up, it's none of your business where I'm going. Like, I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I'm sober. I don't do drugs. I freaking don't do anything bad. Like, I don't do any bad things. Like, freaking, it doesn't matter where I'm going. It's not like, oh, I stay late at night or something. Like, I literally leave in broad daylight and come back in broad daylight, and you want to know where I was. It's none of your business. It is none of your damn business. It's not like anybody is offering to take me somewhere. So if I need to go somewhere, I need to go walk in the 90-degree heat to go get to where I'm going. Like, it's none of your business. You act like you care so much. But if you cared so much, I wouldn't even have to walk in 90-degree weather to get where I need to go. Like, God, it's pathetic. It's stupid. It's dumb. I just want to live my life, and I can't live my life. I'm almost 23 years old, and I haven't lived my life. Like, I feel trapped, and I don't just feel trapped. I am trapped. Like, I don't know. Like, it sucks. It really sucks. I really hate it when people just don't give you any space at all. Like, I just don't understand. But yeah, like, I have the full life story on my YouTube channel. Watch hours would help me. Also, subscribing to me would help me as well. There's different ways that you could support me for free without giving me any money. And also, if you did want to give me money, then honestly, I would rather you buy art from me or like commission me to do something and like I earn that money than you just throw free money at me. Like, I'm not somebody who just sits on my ass and just begs for money. Like, I actually like to work. I actually like to do things that earn money. It's just that society is so against people like me that we need extra help. Because, you know, the government isn't going to give us extra help. Our families aren't going to give us extra help. Our friends can help us as much as they can, but when you're, like, poor and, like, broken down and, like, you just are, like, at a very low point in life, then it's not like you have very rich and successful friends. Like, you have friends around your same, like, area where, like, they also could need help and are not at the best point in life either. So, like, it's not like you really have anybody that you could go to that would, like, help you. Like, yes, my friends all help in different ways, and they do enough. They do more than enough. But it's like, it wouldn't hurt for them to also get help from other people. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels so many times like it's broken down people that help other broken down people. And a lot of times it just feels that way. And it is also that way. And the people who are not broken down sometimes but decide to help you, you know, like my friend's parents did at one point. It's like, you know, we want to help you, but what are you going to give us in return for helping you? Don't do that. Just don't. Like, don't help somebody and then expect things in return for helping them. If you ever help anybody, then help somebody out of the goodness of your heart because you truly want to help. Don't help because you expect something in return from them, unless it's something like, oh, you commissioning me for something or buying my art. Like, then you're getting something in return. Like, I can promise if you commission me, then, like, yeah, I'll make whatever logo you want or what have you. But, like, if you just help to help, like, let's say you sent me $5, but you didn't, like, commission me or something, why would you expect anything in return other than me just continuing to share my story and share updates on my story and stuff and, like, on my life, and, like, you knowing that you contributing that money to me helped me in some way. Like, it just is all insane to me, and I don't understand it. And this video is like 40-ish, 30 something minutes long, so I'm going to go. It was good talking and stuff, and yeah, that is an update to shit that has been happening in my life. Anyway, thank you for watching if you made it to the end. I love you. You're awesome and amazing and cool, and yeah, bye.